Hello, everyone. Welcome to Reclamation. Reclaim the world. This is episode 37 of our Let's Play series for Minecraft Java. And in this episode, we're going to be making polonium and plutonium pellets. So, in between episodes, you guys were supposed to make the machines. You were supposed to make at least two of these isotopic centrifuges and the solar neutron activators. I went ahead and made 4. That was an option for you guys. So we're going to be working with these. So these things take nuclear waste directly. So I want to set this up in a logical manner. And as you can see, I also increased the size of our work area. This should be enough room for the remaining things for the quest lines. So that's our nuclear waste. So I want to fish the nuclear waste along the ceiling. I might relocate the water to over here so it's out of the way. So let's see. We could put it in the ground right here. So we can just fish this like that. And we can tell it to pull. And we can get rid of this. That'll work for now. Okay. So it's gonna come straight out, and we're gonna need to hook up rows of stuff, right? So what I want to do is I want to share the nuclear waste pipeline with our machines. But I think we're going to run into a problem right here. So I need to move this, I think. We need to move this pipe right here. Just this pipe. The other pipe doesn't need to move. Just this one does. And we need to have our light right here. And I believe it was right here. And then we can do this. Like so. Da da da. That's much better. Much better. Alright. Super dupers. Okay, so now we can run the waste pipe along right here. We got to set all this stuff up first before we start working with stuff. So you say waste. So that's the spent waste. So nuclear waste is a chemical. So we're going to put it in with gases. And we're going to need quite a few pipes to run this. And all of these guys are going to have to get power. So we're going to have to figure out where the heck the power is. And we're going to have to run it over here. Oh, I think the nearest power supply is like right here. We could probably go under the reactor. So we'll just come over here. And this guy will get power finally. And we'll just run him underneath. Like this. That's actually pretty good right there. And we can run it right here all the way over. That'll work. Is that the last one? Yeah. Okay. And then we'll go this way and get power to these guys. Just like that. Okay. Super. Alright. So let's get our power out. Do the power first. And we'll go backwards, right? Okay, that's not working. He does not take power? Is that what this is? That's what's going on here? These guys don't use power? Because I could have... This guy uses power. Oh. Alright, so this just only uses the sun, apparently. So he doesn't even need power. Which I'm totally fine with. Actually. Like that. Okay. Oh, actually, we want it to go down one, don't we? Yes, we do. And we'll just backfeed it. Oh, ran out. Gas. Oh, we're out of power. We'll get a power cable. So I'll hook this guy up. And then we'll do this. Like that. We're going to leave this right here uncovered so that I know that's where the power is. Because we're going to need it for other stuff. So just leave it right there. Okay, so these guys have power now. So now we need to worry about getting... these guys need sunlight. So I'm not sure if glass works with them. Wish I could use reactor glass, but honestly, I don't trust it. We'll just go get some regular glass. Okie dokies. So this one. Ow. Rude. Okay, so 2, 3, 4. Come here, you. Okay. Maybe it'll work. So nuclear waste goes to here and produces polonium, and it uses solar, or it's solar, and then this uses energy. All right, so we're gonna need some tanks, I think. Will not decay inside a radioactive waste barrel. So it needs, they have to have radioactive waste barrels. Ugh. Ouch. Okay. Because otherwise it decays, apparently. How many of these things do I have left? Well, I have a few. These are all empty, so. Let's give 1 barrel for each machine, right? That sounds like a good thing to do, doesn't it? Like that. Okay. Should work. We got 2 left. Okay. So, gases. They're going to share input. And we're going to go up into the ceiling, right? We decided we're going to go up into the ceiling for this. So we can put it like right here for the input. Like that. And then we'll run it along the ceiling right here. Like that. Okay, looks good. And they're going to deposit into these machines, and I need to make sure that the machines are configured properly. Okay, energy on the bottom. And I am not seeing. Oh, that's gases. Okay, so the front is input. And none, none. So we want the back as output. Okay. So he's configured. Super. Okay, these are all done. Now we got to do these guys. Same thing. Items. None. 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 None and none. Gases. Front is input. Back is output. And these are off. Alright. Alright, so it's going to come in right here. Start processing. And then we're going to bring our output into these barrels. So these guys are going to have to connect by the top. Okay. So this guy's going to pull and pull and pull and pull. All right. And we got to hook these guys up now. Oops. I cut it off too much. There. And then pull, 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 and pull. All right, that looks good. Okay, so the next leg of this. Once they go into the radioactive barrels, then what? So once we have our polonium and our plutonium, so let's look at the plutonium. The plutonium is going to go to a pressurized reaction chamber and gets turned into a plutonium pellet, and we're going to void the excess. So let's get pressurized reaction chamber. So I think we should do one for each, right? So we're going to have to make another one. So 2 barrels hooked up to 1, 2 barrels hooked up to 1. That sounds good, right? That sounds like it would work out okay. So this guy's going to need some power. The power cable is right here. So let's get the pressurized tubes hooked up first. Like that. Okay. So this guy right here is going to pull, and this guy's going to pull, and this guy's going to pull, and this guy's going to pull. And he's going to go into those machines. And I got to make this look somewhat decent. Like that. And this is power. And this is power. Shoot, I dropped that down. Oh, that's the ceiling. That's fine. I don't care. It's the plant level. Who cares? We'll just drop it down one. One more. There. All fixed. Look, that's another Enderman. There we go. Come here, you turd. Okay. So these guys have power. They're hooked up. So it's the front. Okay. And then no till this. And then gases from the back is input. And the bottom is energy. Okay. So these two barrels are for him, and these two barrels are for him. We're going to do the same setup over here. Same setup. I'm going to need another one of these pressurized reaction chambers. I need another one. So we're going to set you up right there, and we're going to set you up right there, and I'm going to have to move the water again. That'll do. We are unfortunately out of andesite. Oh, no, we're not. No, we're not. We're not. We still have some. All right. That's excellent. Okay, so that's all moved and out of the way again. Okay, so we need gases. Put this up. And gases. And like that. Okay. Oh, shoot. I didn't set those to pull. I need to do that. Pull, 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 and oops. I don't know what I just did. I don't know what that does. Let's hope it doesn't do something bad. Okay. There. Okie dokies. Alright. Those are all hooked up and set. So now goes into here. So it's going to need water. So we're going to have to get water. So I need to make another sink. I don't think I have one on me. Okay. So these guys all are going to need water. So if we put the water right here, we can pull from the same sink. Making sure it didn't connect. Okay, so we can pull from the same sink for these guys. Oh, these guys are powered. I need to power them. Mind if I steal your power? Ooh. I don't know where that redstone torch is. Oh, it's not gonna work. Well, there's the torch. We can go under the water line. Not over far enough. And that's over too far. Okay. There we go. Oh, hello. Go away. Go away. Okay, we went too far. There's some. What is that? Oh, that is the machine. That's what we needed. That's the machine. So we gotta go over to the other one. Like that. Alright. Alright. Okay. So let's go backwards. There's the machines. This guy's gonna have to come down like that. And this guy's gotta go up. Like that. Like that. Let's put like that. Okay. Fill in. Like that. And connect it to that. Okay, we're good. Just gotta fill a little bit in right here, and we are golden. All right. So these guys have power now. So now they need water. So to get water to them, we're going to need water pipes. And honestly, I think we're just gonna bring it on over. Like that. I'm gonna have them connect in the front. I really would like it if it went underground, but I don't think that's gonna be possible. I mean, maybe. Maybe. Well, that's a death trap. Yeah, that might work. Let's change this to a wrench. Makes it easier to pop them off. Just like that. And then bring this up like that. Huzzah! Okay. So tell him to pull. Oops. Forgot we're in wrench mode. Wrenchy poo mode. There. So have him pull and we'll put these back. And that should be perfectly fine. Oh, we have finally run out of andesite. It's just fine. We can just make some more. Alrighty. So that side is configured. Now we got to do this side. So give me this light. So it's going to go down, it's going to go over, and then it's going to go this way. And it's going to go right here. Okay. And then right here. That. And like that. Okay. So we need some more fluid pipes. And then it comes along like this. And then it comes back up. And then it goes over like that. And it hooks up. Okay, these guys are already hooking up. And they have water. So the front. Fluids. Input. Front. Fluids. Input. Okay. And we'll set this to pull. And everybody should have water. We'll put him right there, and we'll put him right there. Like that, and yep. We should be golden on that. Okay. Now the only thing left that we have to hook up is the item. So I'm going to have the item come in on the side right here, I think. Because it can share, right? Right here. And the item right here. Like that. Okay, so side configuration, items. I thought we set all this up. So input on the left. I really thought we set all this up. Power's on the bottom. Gases. The back is input on the gases. Fluids. Front is input, the rest of these is none. So items, it's the left. Input. Fluids, front, because that's the water. Gases, the back, which is input. I really thought I set all these up. Input on the bottom for energy. Items. Nothing. Nothing. Input. Nothing. Nothing. Fluids. Front is input, the rest of these is nothing. Gases. None. 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 Input from the back. Okay. We got it all set up. I don't know why it... I mean, maybe I was just thinking because we set these up. I think that's probably what it is. We set these up, but we didn't set those up. My bad. So everybody should be good. So we're going to have the items come up from here. Items. Input. Items. Input. And we're going to bring this up right here. To right there. I'll have to move him over, I guess. To right there. And what we're going to do is we got to bring the dust over here. So we want to bring it from here. So we're going to need a logistical sorter. So let's go grab that. Like that. And we'll go ahead and bring this up. And we're just going to run it right along the power line. There we go. All right. So let's go configure that logistical sorter. Give me the dust. New filter, item stack, fluorite dust, round robin. Auto? No. We're not working. Why are we not working? Oh, because it already did it. That fast. All right. That's very cool. All right, so we got the water, we got the fluorite dust. That's all set and ready to go. So I think the only thing left we have to do, guys, is to turn on our waste. Pull, 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 and pull. All right, everybody should be working. Wow, that's loud. Jeez, Alright, they're doing it. They're processing the nuclear waste. And they're going to deposit in here. And then these guys are going to start making. Now, we don't have an automatic... Uh-oh. That's not good. It's gonna stop, right? Because it's gonna get full. Yeah, okay. Okie dokies. So we got to do something with the spent nuclear waste. So I will be done with this in a jiff. I am making more waste barrels, and we're gonna stick them under the floor in that room. Kind of decimated my steel, but it's worth it, I think. Okie dokies. So, our radioactive waste storage. We're gonna have another layer right here. It's right underneath the floor, but I think it'll be fine because this is where our fusion is gonna be. So I don't think it's gonna be much of a problem. We'll see. I need a little bit more. So we're gonna bring it down right here and bring it over. And get it all filling up and stuff. And then we'll worry about the other end of the thing. So go ahead and bring this all the way down. And so it'll directly empty into those waste barrels. We're gonna need to have it connect up. This one's gonna have to connect up too. We'll get to it. Let's get this one connecting first. So we're gonna do... Well, you know, I don't want to do all of it as polonium. Of course, it'll stop once it gets to that point, so... Because we don't have an eject for... So, take this and go top, output. So we got a whole bunch of polonium for our efforts. run this along here like that. And let's say gases, output. Alright. So let me go look at this stuff over here. How much is this stuff? It's got quite a bit. So we have to empty this out over here too. So... and it should be depositing the nuclear waste, evenly distributing it between the waste barrels, and it'll decay over time. So it is what it is. So we've got to get the waste over here. We just follow the water. It ensures that it doesn't auto-connect anything. And then we'll just run it like this all the way over here. And we'll connect it up to here. Like that. So gases, output. Gases, oh that's fluids. Gases, output. So we're outputting. It runs along here, it gets deposited into the barrels. And we should be gooden. We should be golden. That's like that. We're gonna need a whole bunch more barrels, but well, not a whole bunch, but probably another batch. But yeah, it's slowly but surely depositing into the barrels. Okay, let's make some more. That should be enough to finish off our little project. And we'll connect it all up and put the stuff down, and the floor will be perfectly fine. And it'll stop draining when it gets full, so that's how we'll know. It's a good plan, right? And we got 2 left over if we need them for something. So that's good. As long as nothing explodes, we should be fine. So I really want to get those parts made, but I'm not really sure exactly how much I'm going to need, so I have never built the machine before, so But this is all squared away now. And it'll just sit here and work. The only thing we have left to do is to set up a storage drawer. We need 2 storage drawers. We need one for polonium and one for plutonium. So let's go make a second storage drawer real quick. All right, there's our storage drawer. And we're going to put it right here. And somehow we're going to get the items out. I'm not sure how we're going to do that, but we're going to do that. I just want some of them. All right, so the polonium goes right here, and we're gonna lock it, and the plutonium goes over here, and we're gonna lock it like that. I don't think we need to void it because that's insane, and I doubt we're gonna have that much. I mean, why wouldn't it be, right? Why wouldn't it be? So, items, left, output. Items, right, output. Oh, I need to tell it to pull, and I need to tell it to pull. All right, there it goes. So there's our polonium. And now we gotta do our plutonium. So same thing, just bring it straight out and over like that, minus the oopsie, and we'll go ahead and assign it to output and pull, and then we'll come over here and put it on there. And that's going to be on the right. Output. And we're going to bring it around like this. Like that. Tell it to play nice. And like that. And tell it to pull. We are now fully automated on our plutonium and polonium production. Completely 100% automated. And if the system gets full of nuclear spent nuclear waste, then it will not work anymore. So we don't need to worry about that. But I'm hoping that the disintegration of the nuclear waste coincides with our production. So, I mean, we're not doing this at a very fast pace, so we should be able to just, you know, leave it and let it do its thing. I'm not anticipating like a buttload of these, so we probably don't need. to even put upgrades on. So, okay, so now let's look at these. All of these require the frames, right? So this requires the frames, and this requires the frames. So I'm sure you guys have tons of these like I do. I just sat there and made like a whole bunch of them. So to make the frames, it's going to take polonium pellets and atomic alloy, which we now have the pellets, and you guys should already have plenty of atomic alloy or ability to make said atomic alloy. So I'm not sure how many we're going to need, though, of these fusion reactor frames. I don't know anything about it. So let me go and look at the mechanism wiki real quick and see if it has a count on how many you need. I'll be back in a second. Okay guys, 75. You have to make 75 of these fusion reactor frames. Now it does say that you can use reactor glass on some of the places, but I've never built it before, so I'm not really sure. I mean, we could try to build it with cobblestone, so we could figure out the exact amount that we're going to need. But I'm not sure where we are on the video, so let me go check. Oh yeah, we're sitting at over 2 hours already, so yeah, we're probably gonna have to end the episode. Although, you know, I'm gonna edit it, so probably won't be too awfully bad. So I guess we'll just do all of this stuff in the next episode. I think we did really good, though. I mean, this is a lot of work. We did a lot, so. And it's all fully automated too, which is really nice. And you don't have any problems with nuclear waste going anywhere because the machines will shut down when this fills up. So yeah, it's just gonna sit here and make plutonium and polonium, and it should make them in equal amounts too. So it should equally split it between the two. So that's really great. Alright guys, I had a lot of fun today, and I hope you guys did too. It was a lot. I'll edit it down so it's not so long. I tend to take a while when I'm noodling things out, so sorry. But anyway, I'm really proud of what we did. I think overall everything that we've done so far is absolutely amazing, and the quests are looking really good. So the next thing we're gonna make this, of course, and then we'll be able to make this, and I guess we got to do this, and then once we have that, we'll just do these auxiliaries. I'm not going to use this. I'm not going to use the mechanism or processing because I just don't want to. I think it's a little bit on the overkill side, so we can always revisit it if the other quests later on require immense amounts of ore, but for right now I'm just not going to worry about it. I kind of want to just get the bare basics of this done, so this is all done in the quest, and then we need to finish off all of this stuff, which I was looking at it earlier. It's really not that much. So not really. I don't think we're going to have to go really very far into ours. We weighed heavily on Botania and mechanism and blood magic, so I don't think we're going to have to do a whole lot with this right here. We'll see. But yeah, we're almost done with this chapter, which is pretty slick. Okay guys, I will see you guys in the next episode. Don't worry about trying to make those casings or anything unless you really want to. because we're going to have to do a head count and see how much they are, and we don't have time in the video today. So what I'm probably going to do is build the frame out of cobblestone, and then we'll count the cobblestones after we knock out all the glass bits. That way we have an exact count, so we're not wasting stuff. I also really want to make the mecha suit. So we should have most of the stuff to make the mecha suit. We're gonna have to get some netherite, but that's just getting a nether orchum going. I'm gonna trade out that one we have that's doing regular stone. I'm gonna trade it out for a nether orchum, and that'll give us netherite. Okay, all right. I will catch you guys in the next episode. You guys take care, and thanks for coming along. Toodles!